Not all Zionists are Jewish people. Joe Biden says he's a proud Zionist, but
not surprised.
So is Trump. So I mean, it doesn't go by party lines. Trump is buddies with Netanyahu.
Hello and welcome to Seder Soul Sailing. On this channel we do tarot readings, astrology, and predictions for world events, countries, and anything that might be affecting the collective.
This week we did a reading about Israel and whether or not it's going to be brought to trial for its crimes against humanity. South Africa is filing charges in international court to put Israel on trial for crimes against humanity, and it's starting to look like that might actually go through, that this charge has some legs. So we did a reading on it and it was interesting.
So for our signifier we got the Fool, and this is the first card in the deck. This is starting something brand new and being a bit ballsy and brave and not knowing what the outcome's going to be. So till now in history, Israel has gotten away with a lot of stuff that other countries would not have gotten away with. And that has a lot to do with their history and also the fact that the US have been protecting them.
89%, that's 89 of 100 US senators are dual citizens with Israel, which is very strange when you think about it. The US has been able to protect Israel because it has veto power on the UN Security Council. Anytime any country has tried to press charges in the UN against Israel, the US has unanimously vetoed that. So it's made it impossible to prosecute Israel for its crimes. But what South Africa is doing is different. They're not charging Israel in the United Nations where the US can protect Israel. They're bringing Israel up for charges in international court, much like the world did to Nazi Germany after World War II. So this could be very interesting. Netanyahu could end up spending the rest of his life in prison along with Milosevic from Yugoslavia.
Yeah, so the world's perspective on the whole situation has changed, and now they're taking bold action without really knowing the outcome yet. And this is an opportunity. Here we see the Four of Cups, and this guy is looking at how things have been done before, which options are before them, but there's actually something better coming in. And it seems like they're seizing this opportunity. They have a window right now to do something different and do what's right and be brave enough to stand up against Israel.
The opportunity is right in front of us, and things have changed. I've been writing about Israel's atrocities in Palestine for about 10 or 12 years, and I've been punished for it severely. About 5 years ago I mentioned the fact that so many US senators are dual citizens, and I suggested that it's probably a good idea that the people representing a country don't have allegiances to other countries. And I worked in publishing. I'm a book writer, but I've also worked in different media. Israel seems to have a powerful control over any sort of communications media. And when I wrote that article that I suggested that it's probably a bad idea to have dual citizens representing a country, I had a book contract canceled just for no reason. The publishing house just said, nope, we're not going to do this book. And it was right after that article came out that my book contract got canceled.
Yeah, now they're losing their grip of that. Like, people are sharing on social media and different channels, and the truth is finally coming out. So this is the moment to do this. So the root of this situation is the Two of Wands. So this is them having sent out the criminal charges and kind of waiting and anticipating what's going to come of it. I think they know it's going to be difficult, but now the process has begun.
There's something right now happening that involves generosity and justice. This is the Six of Pentacles, and if you look at this card, the guy giving out the coins, the guy dispensing generosity, also holds the scales of justice in his hands. And justice seems to be a key situation here, because we've got justice modifying the
astrological
energies, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, which is much like the Two of Wands. It's a process that's been set in motion, and we're just waiting for the crop to bear fruit, and it's being modified by justice.
They've planted the seeds. They're waiting. This is bureaucracy, so it's going to take some time. But we have two waits here. this is going to have a good outcome. This is almost like karmic justice. Justice is a big card, it's a major arcana card. It's not just going to be like a slap on the hand, it's going to have real results and real consequences for Israel.
And the gateway to this, the key to everything, is the Eight of Swords. And that's setting ourselves free from our own bondage. We're our own prisoners. Israel is really a small country with a small population, but their power really lies in the fact that they control the U.S. government. There's a video of Netanyahu from about 2000 bragging that he leads the U.S. government around on a leash. And
it's true.
It's true. And the way they do that, one of the ways they do that is there's the most powerful lobby in Washington. If you look at the way the U.S. government is run, it's not a democracy, it's policy for sale. Whoever pays the most money into campaign funds controls policy. One of the biggest contributors to U.S. campaign funds is an organization called AIPAC. It's American Israeli something or other, but it's hugely powerful. And everybody, when AIPAC has a convention, every single U.S. politician comes and basically prostrates themselves in front of AIPAC, hoping to get money for their campaigns. That's the reason that we have 89% of U.S. senators are dual Israeli-American citizens. That's where the money goes.
The U.S. needs to release itself from those chains. It's willingly gone into that prison, but I think it's time to start anew. This is a new slate.
And we're afraid that this is going to take a while. This is stasis. The Four of Swords, it's not a bad card. So this is like recovering after wounds. This is healing. This is taking the time to recover and regroup and get your strength back. But we're afraid of that because I think the world is just woken up to see what's really happening. The fact that Israel is actively engaged in genocide. Serious genocide. I mean, they're trying to wipe out the indigenous Palestinian population of the land they occupy.
It's that, and it's also the underlying insanity, because it doesn't seem like they truly understand that that is a very, very bad thing. They cannot comprehend why they're getting shit for it.
And this is modified by the Five of Cups. I think we're still looking at the horrors that the Jewish people have suffered, and rightly so. I mean, they've been through a lot of trauma, but we're not seeing what's really happening behind us. We're looking at the spilt cups, and we're not seeing what's going on right now. And what's happening right now is the people of Palestine are suffering very much the same fate that the Jewish people in Germany suffered in the 1930s and 1940s. The desires, we have the Ace of Wands, and that's new energy, that's new passion. We're seeing something horrible happen, but we're wanting to do something about it for a change. 5 years ago, when my book got canceled, I just wrote about an honest fact that a huge percentage of the U.S. government was citizens of another country. And I just thought, I don't care if that country's Liechtenstein or South Africa or Liechtenstein, South Africa or Israel. Fully support dual citizenship. But I think it's reasonable to say that a person representing a country should represent only the country they're being paid and have been elected to represent. And people can see that now. People are starting to wake up to this.
For the psychological future, we got the Nine of Swords. And I think this is the process we'll be going through. This is not just the prosecutors. I think it's Israel too. It's waking up from a nightmare, but it's also feeling this anxiety. It's fear, anxiety, discomfort, and it's going to be a rough process for all parties involved, I think. But it's also waking up, so it's finally seeing things as they are, feeling the terror of it, but getting through to the other side, things are looking way up.
I've been involved with an organization called Jewish Voice for Peace for many years. It's a very good organization. The fact that I haven't cut off certain parts of my body and buried them beneath the yew tree in a token of the covenant between me and the Elohim never came up. I don't know if I was the token non-Jewish person in the group or not, but it's an excellent organization. And There's a lot of people. Some of the best work for the Palestinian people is being done by conscientious, wonderful Jewish people. But Zionism is a philosophy of racial superiority of a single group.
There's no way around it, is there?
Yeah, it's like they are the chosen people. And not all Jewish people are Zionists, and not all Zionists are Jewish people. A lot of the non-Jewish members of Congress, Joe Biden says he's a proud Zionist, but
Not surprised.
so is Trump. So I mean, it isn't like, it doesn't go by party lines. Trump is buddies with Netanyahu.
Well, we want a new beginning, and we want passion as a new start, and has something to do with earth energy. It's new earth energy. And I think this might also speak to young countries like South Africa, like doing something. It's kind of like they have this, the positive thing with the Fool is that it's brave. It's new and brave, and it doesn't really know what's coming, but it has the courage to take those first steps. So I think the new beginning we're looking at is going to come from not rigid countries, not rigid thinkers, but maybe younger people, but also younger nations such as South Africa.
The future is interesting.
The future looks really good. The Star is a very spiritual card, but it also speaks of making the best of a difficult situation and staying connected to a higher knowing. For instance, going through a difficult trial that is very exhausting and creates a lot of stress and anxiety, but all along knowing that this is the right thing to do and I'm going to stick with it. So I think the world is going through this process where it's feeling a lot of this anxiety and terror from waking up to what's been happening in Gaza for so long, but it's awake and it sees that, well, okay, we have to do the difficult work to come to the other side of this.
I think of the Star as kind of the butterfly card, because after the very traumatic situation of first being a caterpillar and walking around in mud and stuff, and then being wrapped up in a cocoon for a whole long time, all of a sudden you emerge into the light as this beautiful flying creature.
In the final outcome, this is showing up a lot, we got the Strength card. And I think it's speaking to the transformation that's happening in the human herd, like real strength, real connection to ourselves and understanding and alchemy. And that's what's going to lead us to really finally walking away. That's the opportunity we got, right? The opportunity to do things in a new way and release these old ties that we've been caught up in. And it's a mysterious journey. We don't know what's on the other side of it, but we're willing to undertake it.
We're going to walk away from this nightmare we're waking up to right now.
So overall, this looks like yes, I guess. I think they're going to succeed, because I think the energy now is new. There's a potential here, and we got all these skills and these cards, which speaks of justice. There's no way around it. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't think it's going to be this easy breezy process, but the future looks really good. So let's hope that we'll succeed in this. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any topics you want us to cover, please comment below. Please like and subscribe, because that helps us out a lot. And if you want a personal reading, contact us on our website or on WhatsApp. You can see the contact information below in the description box. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in our next video.